Shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound. Guess who's back in the kitchen? We cooking with Banky, man. We back here in this kitchen. I was talking to my son, Hollywood Trail, salute. And he said, man, you know, I've been lacking on the cooking since I've been giving y'all all these 33 years of prison stories. So he said we're going to get on the cooking. We're going to even start a cooking channel. So hopefully this channel, this video right here will be on the cooking channel, Banky Pound Cooking. So we're going to be cooking with Banky Pound, man, on the whole channel where you're going to get all cooking, all these good recipes, all this good food, all this pure deliciousness. So we're going to get started. We're going to start this thing off with a stir fry. In the kitchen, Banky whip is like a stir fry. We're going to whip that stir fry up on y'all, man, with this stuff here. This is one of these meals I used to make in there. It was good. I'm going to make this at night because I'm going to watch this fight. You understand me? So I'm going to throw this stir fry together so y'all can see how it's done. I'm going to enjoy it while I watch this fight. Hopefully y'all try it at home and y'all going to like it as well. If you follow my instructions, it's going to come out pure deliciousness. So that's all you got to do. Follow step by step. Get up here on this. Let me show y'all some of these ingredients. First, we got all these seasonings, man. I'm going to start with this Lorry seasoning. We're going to use a little bit of this Mrs. Dash. You always got to have garlic powder. That's what, you know, that's essential. You got the Old Bay. I got some barbecue sauce right here. I'll tell you what that's for. I got a Pepsi. I'm going to tell you what that's for. That's probably going to shock you. That's probably going to shock you what we use this for. All right, we got the summer sausage right here. We got it cut up already, but this is the type of summer sausage you need to get. This is the same kind we had in prison, just not this big. We had half of one. We got some canned shrimp. We got some smoked oysters. We got some mackerel. You understand? We got all this delicious vegetables, or what they would say in the country, vegetables. We got all of that. We got the popcorn bag. We're going to need that to fry things. I'm going with the roast beef soups, right? And I'm going to use these Thai noodles, right? We had Thai noodles in there as well. We had a different kind, but I'm going to use that and hope it worked the same way. We had a different kind. I went all over to the grocery stores. I couldn't find the kind that we had in prison. I was trying to give y'all the exact experience that we had in there, but I can't find them. But I think those are close to them. The ones we had just was curled, but I think they was made out of the same material. If they was made out of the same material, then it's going to work. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying material, but I'm saying food or whatever you want to call it. Y'all know what I'm saying. Work with me. Work with me. So, first thing we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead on and start this one first so y'all can get an understanding. Get up on here on this sausage, right? Now, what we do is we're going to fry the sausage first, but we're going to season it down. We're going to put a little seasoning in here. Get up on this seasoning and let y'all see how this stuff works. We're going to put a little Old Bay up in here, right? We're going to go ahead on and throw a little garlic powder up in this joint. Oh, yeah, she ready. No, she ain't ready. She brand new. She brand new. Yeah, y'all know I've been to the store getting ready for y'all. Getting ready, trying to get this thing in order. Because I can't wait to taste this pure deliciousness. I'm hungry as a hostage. You heard me? So, all right, we got the garlic powder. I always don't be stingy with that garlic powder because, you know, garlic is good for you. I don't use no salt like talking about. So we're going to go with this Mrs. Dash. As y'all see it say, salt free. You understand? And we're going to throw this little Lowry's up in here. Wop, wop. Hit it with a little dash of that. You feel me? Okay, we got to open this too. But y'all see how that stuff is nice and seasoned. We're going to try to open this good old Sweet Baby Ray barbecue sauce. I have tried this since I've been home too. Sweet Baby Ray ain't playing no games. We're going to put a little bit of that in there. We had barbecue sauce in there, but we ain't had none of this this type of flavor, this type of good thickness. We had the BS. I'll just say that. Beef seasoning. Put a little bit of that up in there. We getting all this good flavor up in here, you understand? Get that up in there. Then, this is where the magic come in at. See, now, I know y'all here, you know, you got all this, you know, y'all got all these good old qualities out here. Y'all got all this good luxury in there. We ain't got all of that in there. So we got to use what we got to get what we need and make it work. This right here, we use this to saute stuff. And this right here gives it flavor. Pepsi gives it flavor. We're going to throw this in the microwave and we're going to fry it with this Pepsi. And I'm telling you right now, delicious. So we're going to put a little bit of that in there. Look at that. Look at that stuff there. You hear me? You hear it sizzling? Smell it, smell it, smell it. Alright, we're going to get that all mixed up. We're going to get that nice and in the mix. We're going to whip it on up a little bit around up in here. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't got an idea how good this stuff come out right here, man. I'm telling y'all right now, restaurants ain't messing with this stuff here. If they find out what's going on, they're going to be trying to, if they find out what's going on with this stuff, they're going to be trying to steal these recipes. But what I need y'all to do is keep your ears to the street, because if they steal this, I'm trying to sue somebody. Need that. Alright, we're going to throw this in the microwave. We're going to let that start cooking. We're going to let that start going. Now, like I said, these noodles right here, they kind of different. But I'm thinking they're going to work for what I need to do. I'm going to try them out. See what's going on with this money. Alright, let me pull one of them out. Yeah, I think this is going to be what I need. This popcorn bag is what we use in there to fry stuff. We fry stuff in a popcorn bag. I know it's kind of crazy, but it works. We put this stuff in the microwave and we put it in there and we cut it on, but we got to keep checking it. And as we keep checking it, it'll do the job. It'll get the frying up in there. So we're going to try to set this up so I can get some of these out here and try to break these things up. Because the way we had them, I told you, they won't long like this. But I think this going to do the job. Yeah, get up on. I'm going to break these up. Throw them up in here. Some more. Depends on how much you making. You know, how much meal, what type of meal you trying to make, how big your meal going to be. Break that stuff up. Put it up in there. Right. Some more of them out here. Anybody out there try these noodles? They're pretty good if you cook them right. But then again, so is everything when you cook it right. We're going to get that up in there. Maybe need a little bit more. Yeah, get up in that bag, see what's going on up in there. Yeah. We're going to get a little bit more up in there. Decent amount. We're going to take this soup, right? We're going to pour that up in there, right? Stay up in that bucket. Let them see what's going on up in there. Get up in there. Yeah, we're gonna get all of that stuff up in there, because that's where the magic gonna start right there. We'll put a couple more of these noodles up in there. We're gonna drop one more soup up in there, because I'm trying to have enough stir fry to last me for 2 days. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm trying to eat all of this stuff for 2 days, because even when you eat it and you let it set a little while, look, it gets even better. All that flavor, all that stuff get up in there. It's a decent amount up in this popcorn bag. Don't want to overload it, because you still gotta watch the microwave when you cook this. You gotta watch the microwave. It ain't hold on, let me check this money. Oh yeah, I can smell this stuff. I can smell it. I can smell it. Y'all can see it. Get up here. Look at that. Ooh, lordy, lordy, lord. Look, see how that stuff done turned there? It's sauteing. It's sauteing up in there. Man, this stuff tastes so good. Make you wanna smack your mama. You better not do it though. Better not do it. Better not do it. As a matter of fact, shout out to my mama. I love my mama. Yeah. Alright, you gonna shake this up. We get this ready. Alright. Look up in this bag. Y'all can see what we got up in here. This right here we call it shake and bake. We got this stuff up in here. You can put a little seasoning in it with it, which I'm gonna put a little bit in there with it, but it's all gonna be seasoned anyway when you mix it all up, but it all depends on how you wanna do it. Sometimes people drop a little seasoning in there, drop a little bit up in there, get that stuff up in there like that, and then you shake it on up. You want to get the bag and leave a little air and stuff in it, because you're going to be opening the microwave and closing the microwave, shaking it up. You got to keep an eye on this when you put it in the microwave, because if you just let it set, it's going to burn because all of the stuff is in one place. You open the microwave, you close the microwave, you shake it up. 3, 4, 5 minutes, depending upon how long you need. You're going to look at it, you're going to try to get it brown or semi-brown, but you don't want it to get to the point where it will overcook, because it'll overcook real fast messing with the microwave. This stuff over here smelling delicious. We almost finished with that. We got a couple more seconds. I'm gonna go ahead and let it run its course. Christmas coming up, y'all. Y'all ready for Christmas? How many of y'all got gifts for Banky Pam? How many of y'all sent me a Christmas wish? I don't need but a wish. You ain't gotta send it. I just need a wish. Oh, Lord have mercy. If y'all can smell this right now, my front door will be ringing. The doorbell be ringing because this stuff smells delicious. I'm going to go ahead and throw this in the microwave. And like I said, we put that in there. I'm going to go ahead and set it on 6 minutes. But I'm going to keep opening it up, shaking it and shaking it. Okay, we're going to get a little water in this bowl right here. Don't want too much. That's all you want. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Right? Because we're going to take and use this oil. We use this oil for... That's what cooks the stuff. That's what cooks to make that magic. We try to drain all that, get all that oil up in there, that good oil. Right? Get that good oil up in there. As y'all can see, that one is an olive oil. We're going to use this oyster oil, which is always great oil. Yeah, that good cooking oil. Yes, indeed. We're going to put that up in there. Mix that stuff up. That right there help cook the noodles and give it a different texture. Give it a way better texture than it normally have if you just cook it in water. It gives it a whole different texture, a whole different flavor. We're going to also take some of the seasoning and we're going to throw it up in here as well. We'll throw that up in there. We're going to put a little Old Bay up in there. We're going to put some good garlic powder up in there. We're going to put that good Mrs. Dash up in there. You know how to flavor your food. You use these seasonings, but you use the amount of what you like. And then you just test it. You just work with it and see what you're working with. See how it's tasting with you. You're going to mix that up. Get up here on the stir up on this stuff. Mix that stuff all up. Get that water nice and ready. And check this stuff. See if I can hit my first shake. Shaking and baking now. Shaking and baking, you moving it around. Oh Lord, that's a Fumarooski. That's a Fumarooski right there. Alright, when you look in here and you see it still got the white on it, so she's still working. Alright, you throw it back in there, seal her on back up. Throw it back in there, you let it go to work. Now, all we doing now is waiting. We wait, we got everything in order, we got all our preps in order. I want y'all to know right now that you need to have gloves on when you cooking for somebody else. I'm cooking for me. So I know my hands clean, I know who gonna eat this food. So, but when you're cooking for somebody else, you keep them gloves on and you get all this stuff together. You always get your prep ready. When you got your prep ready, you all right. I prep my food already because I know what I'm gonna do, I know what I'm gonna make. I get everything in order, so when I go to make it, I can go step by step by step by step. If y'all follow these same steps of what I'm doing, this is gonna be an easy meal to make, and I promise you, you're gonna like it. It's delicious. I made it so many times, man. And for so many people, like dudes I used to eat with, I used to always be the cook. So I'm eating, they always want me to cook. I always be the one end up cooking, even though I don't like cooking for a lot of people. But I always be the one who end up cooking because I got that pure deliciousness, you know. So we may be getting ready for a game, a boxing match, or basketball, football, whatever the case may be. In prison, that's what we did, man. We ate and sit down and watch stuff and try to enjoy ourselves. We try to make the best out of a bad situation. So food always came to play in it, man, because we couldn't eat as good as y'all was eating out here on the street because we was limited. We only had a limited amount of stuff. So when you only got a limited amount of stuff, you got to be creative. You got to come up with recipes. You got to come up with stuff that tastes good. And like I said, it don't matter what you eating to me. If it don't taste good, it's a waste of time. So I always try to make my food taste good. I always try to make it a meal that no matter who it is, if they like food, they gonna like what I'm cooking because I'm gonna put that flavor in it. I'm gonna make it taste good because I ain't no other choice. You understand? So yeah, so we rolling. We got all of this stuff right here. This is ready. I'm getting ready to check the rest of it, give it another shake on here. See what's going on. Oh yeah, she hot now. Woo! She hot. Oh, you see that? She's starting to brown. She's starting to brown now. See, you see some of them and they're getting too brown. That means you're holding it too long in the same spot. So you have to pick some of those ones out. Because you don't want it to have that brown like burnt taste. Yeah, she about right. She about right. Look up in there. See that golden brown? Ooh, Lord, if y'all can smell this stuff. See now, when it hit that water, it get different. I'm gonna be on this stuff, baby. See this money. We just making sure we ain't got too many big dark brown ones in there. You don't want because you're gonna get that taste. We gonna start dumping here. Get up on here. Watch this now. Watch what happens when it hit this wall. Can you hear that frying? Can you hear it? Listen. Listen. Yeah. We're gonna dump that in there. We're gonna give it a little mix. Look at that. Listen to that. Yeah. Yeah, we working with something right here. We working with something. You let that stuff set up in there like that and marinate. Put some more in there. Mix that up. Get it nice. Get that coating on it. See, you ain't gonna put too much. You don't want too much water. You don't want too much of that stuff because you wanna let these noodles is you making a stir fry. You don't want it to come out like a noodle. This gonna come out nice and crunchy. And get that good mix up in there. Good old mix. Good mix up in there. Then we throw this stuff in the microwave and we let it do its work. And we're gonna start off on that. We're gonna put it like at 3 minutes. We're gonna try 3 minutes, but you will be able to know the noodles is done because you check the texture of the noodles. It's gonna be different because we got that oil. See, when you use that oil from out there, it's a whole different type of cooking. It ain't like when you cook a regular noodle. When you cook a regular noodle in water, it's gonna come out stringy and all of this and all that. This gonna be different. This gonna be have that texture of, like I say, stir fry. When you eating Chinese food and you eating that rice. See, I do the same recipe with rice. I do the same recipe with rice. We also put the rice inside the popcorn bag because it works the same. It fries the rice. It takes all the starch out of the rice. And when you add it with that water, with that oil and seasoning and stuff in there, man, it comes out special. It be different than something you ever tasted. Especially people out here. A lot of people out here probably ain't never tasted. But it comes out totally different. And it's a good taste, man. You have to taste it to understand what I'm saying. But trust and believe me, when I tell you it's good, it is good. So what we doing now is we letting that work. We still got this right here. This has already been marinated and good. You can see that sauce. You can see all of that flavor. You see the change of color, the texture of that stuff right there. Man, let me see what's going on. Oh man, I almost gave y'all that bankroll. That jumped so good. I got to hold that though. Yeah, that stuff right. That's already right. We got this already prepped. Now, the only thing we waiting to do is to put this money together, which we're gonna do in a minute. But in the meantime, y'all understand these steps. You get the food prepped first. Like I said, you get your seasoning, you get your barbecue sauce or soda, you get your noodles. If you can, try to find this Thai noodle. It's called Thai rice noodle. If you can get this Thai rice noodle, this is the same type of noodle that we used in there. This says for linguine though, but this is the same type we used in there. It just wasn't long, it just was curled up. And what we used to do is break it up and it be in small pieces. I'm assuming it's gonna come out just as well with these longer pieces. But that noodle right there gives you a different type of texture. It's not like if you cook it in water, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be stringy and soft just like a regular noodle. But when you do it like this, fry it in that popcorn bag, and put it in there with that oil and that water, it comes out different. It's like a texture like some rice, or you know the way the Japanese people make their rice. It's really good. It's a different texture to that food, man. It's delicious. I've eaten it hundreds, probably thousands of times, countless of times, and it never ceased to amaze me. It's always good. It's just a beautiful taste, and it makes this meal extraordinarily good. I'm getting ready to check this now and see what's going on. Let me get my fork. But y'all, remember all these ingredients. Watch these ingredients because these ingredients is ingredients that you need to make this stuff happen. Y'all take a look at this. Y'all see how it's coming together. You see all of the water, all of the oils is already being soaked up. Y'all can see the texture of this. Oh yeah, she getting ready to be right. She getting ready to be right. Super right. There you go. We getting this stuff, boy. Who y'all got in the fight tonight? Devin Haney fighting tonight. Devin Haney fighting tonight. He got to show up and show out. He fighting tonight. I'm going to watch it. We got Big Tank tomorrow from Baltimore. We're going to throw this in there just for a little bit longer. But she about ready. So, we're going to throw it in there for a little bit longer. And then, we're going to go ahead on, throw this in here for probably about another good 2 minutes. And after we throw that in there for 2 minutes, while we throwing that in there for 2 minutes, what we're going to do, we're going to take these vegetables and get these vegetables here. We're going to put these vegetables up in here with this good sauce that's already been marinated, already been sauteed. We're going to throw that up in there and we're going to get that mix on. And then this going to go in the microwave for a little bit too. so it can get nice and seasoned all up in there. Now y'all looking at that already. You ain't gonna tell me that don't look like pure deliciousness. Come on now, talk to me. Y'all know I talk back now. You tell me that don't look good, then I don't know what type of eating you doing. What type of restaurants you going to. What type of food that you putting on your plate. Cause this stuff right here looking ready, right, and keeping me hungry by the minute. Yes, indeed. Alright, we're gonna get this stuff ready, cause this stuff all getting ready to come into play. We get this good old mackerel up out here. Yeah. Now see this right here? We used to take this in prison. Everything in prison has to be utilized. Everything, because we don't hardly have anything. Everything used to be utilized. So we didn't have knives. We didn't even have plastic knives. You know, the only knife we had was that Bethlehem, and you had to hide that. That wasn't for no cooking, you understand? But we take this right here, and we used to take this and bend it like this, right? So it won't cut your hand. And we use this to chop up the sausages and stuff. Wop, 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 wop. That's how we chop up sausages. That's how we chop up the vegetables. That's how we use this to chop up anything we had. When we bought this, we usually try to keep one of these so we can chop up the food. See what I'm saying? We had to be innovative. We had to be creative. So this right here was actually a knife, and that's how we used it in there to chop up our food. Now, we're going to bring this out looking good and delicious and smelling magnificent. If y'all can smell it, you would understand what I'm saying. We're going to whip it up a little bit. We're going to get that stuff nice and mixed up. We're going to take her to the big bowl so we can whip. We're going to take her to the big bowl. Ooh-wee. Boy, I wish y'all could smell this stuff. And all this time I've been gone, and I ain't had no cooking video in a while. Y'all mean to tell me ain't nobody came up with no smell cam? Look at that. Oh, Lord have mercy. Ain't nobody came up with no smell cam. Smell it. Smell it. Smell it. Smell it. We need smell cam for this stuff, man, so y'all can get the full understanding of what's going on. Now, when y'all looking at this right now, you can already see it gives you the look of some Chinese food. It gives you the look of that stir fry. Now, we're going to go ahead on. First, we're going to hit this with the seasoning. You put the other seasoning pack in here now. After it's been cooked, go ahead and season that money. Get that stuff all mixed up in there. We go ahead and season that. You drop a little bit more that Old Bay on them. And never ever too much garlic. And we're gonna go ahead and drop a little liveries on it as well. Right? Whip that up a little bit. Get that all mixed up and them smells, and let that heat get up in it and get it working with her. Yes, indeed. Get that up in there. We get that all nice and right. You get a little taste test and make sure she's seasoned how you want it to be. Yeah. It's not a game. We're going to go ahead on and dump them oysters in there, right? You get them in there. Get them all up in the mix. You can chop them up if you want to, but it depends on how you like to eat. If you like to get a big flavor burst, then you leave them thick like they is, and when you get to them on your fork, you already know what type of flavor you're going to get. But you chop them up if you want them mixed up all up in there. Get to moving them around. Same thing with these good old mackerel. Get it, twist it on up out there. This mackerel up in this money. Yeah. And we get to mixing this stuff up. Man, if y'all can smell this stuff, man, y'all be knocking on my door. Y'all be knocking. And I'm going to answer too. If you TBP, if you Team Banky Pound, I'm going to answer that door. And I'm going to invite you in here for dinner. Who want to eat with me? Who want to come over here and eat some of this good stuff? Look at that stuff there, man. See how it coming together? You see how it's coming together? Yeah, we whipping now. Now we whipping like a stir fry. And if you like seafood, you know, or, you know, Chinese food or whatever you want to call it, then this a meal for you. Alright, now we're going to go with these good old shrimp. And this is the only kind of shrimp we could get in there was canned shrimp. You know, I know it ain't all this good fried shrimp and all this stuff y'all got out here. But it did the job for us while we was in there. So I'm giving you the same recipe I used in there. But if y'all want to get your own shrimp or fry you some shrimp or cook you some shrimp and then add it to this meal, then feel free to do so. It's all good. It's all good. You just got to, I'm giving you the formula. You make it how you want to make it, but you got the formula and you'll know what it tastes like. But when you try it this way first, you won't understand where I'm coming from. Now you see what we're working with right there? You see what it's looking like. Right? Then you bring this good saucy stuff out here. Look at that. If you tell me that don't look sexy, ooh, Lord, have mercy. Smell it, smell it. You let that stuff drip all up in there. All up in there. Look at that. Watch how it fall down up on that. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Look at that. See it? You get that stuff mixed all up in there. Get it mixed up in there. Them flavors right now is busting the nose wide open. It smells so good. It smells so good. I might have to tell the neighbors come over here and watch this fight and eat this good stir fry. I might have to tell them come on over here. It's on me. Yeah, we in there. We in there. Now, got a whip. Whipping in here. You let that, look at that. Just keep a look at that. That is beautiful stuff there. Beautiful. Now the cheese is optional. I like cheese. So I usually put cheese in mine most of the time. Same thing, we didn't have this type of cheese. It's already cut up for you. But that's what we had this for. We had block cheese. But we had to sit down there and chop it up, cut it up, slice it up, get it all nice and small just like this. But that's what you did because that's what you had to do if you wanted to eat. See what I'm saying? And if you wanted that good flavor, if you wanted that good food, so we took time making these meals. So when you take time making meals, you appreciate the meal. The meal tastes that much better because you took that much time to make the meal. You see what I'm saying? If you take all day to cook a meal, or you take an hour or two to cook a meal, you want the meal to taste as good as it could possibly taste. You want it to be delicious, and that's what we be shooting for. So yeah, because we got to go through a whole lot of prep, a whole lot of different things. Them green peppers and onions, we can't get them. We got to go through somebody working in the kitchen, and they got to steal that stuff. Yeah, steal that stuff, sneak it back, sell it to us, to whoever want to buy it, the consumer, make him a little penny on the side, but we needed that because we ain't eating good in there. We eating garbage. You see what I'm saying? So I always felt like any onions, green peppers was good for me because they was vegetables. So I used to buy them from dudes all the time. All the time. Onions, green peppers, tomatoes, hot peppers, whatever they could bring back. You had the dudes who worked in the horticulture class, and they used to bring back all types of food because they was over there growing stuff in the garden. So I used to buy stuff from them, but I used those to making my meal because anything that you was getting in the kitchen was pure due. So you had to do what you had to do. Alright, we're going to throw a little bit of that cheese in there. That's a good little decent amount right there. We're going to let that whip up in here. Let that stuff get to melting and sinking all up into these good old flavors. Look at this stuff, man. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you about this stuff here. Alright. Now we in there. We in there. And we got this good old stir fry ready for you, man. Ready for you. You understand? Beautiful. It's delicious. It smells good. And I guarantee you that it tastes good. So what we gonna do right now, we're gonna take a good little taste tester this morning. See what we got going on. I gotta tell you, your boy still got it. Your boy still got it, if I must say so myself, man. Ooh, baby. And I ain't made this thing in so long, and she's still right. If you don't believe me, try it yourself. Try it yourself. Come back and tell me it ain't right. Hit me in the comments and let me know it ain't right. Let me know it don't taste good, so I can look you straight in your face and say, what you talking about, Willis? Yeah, because this stuff here is right, man. Woo, I'm getting ready to watch this fight. You understand me? Devin Haney on deck. And I'm getting ready to mess this up real decent. But I appreciate y'all, man. We back in the kitchen. This going to be a new cooking channel. We're going to have all cooking videos on here. I'm going to show y'all all types of meals to make. Y'all going to be cooking with Banky Pound. I hope y'all enjoy it. I hope y'all try these meals. Hit me back in the comments. Let me know what's going on. To everybody out there who been rocking with me from day one, man, I love y'all, man. Peace and love. All the people who watch my cooking videos, share my cooking videos, make comments on my cooking videos. I appreciate y'all. One love. TBP stand up. We back in the kitchen, man. I love y'all. Y'all be safe out there. Be smart. Make good decisions. And duck the hook tonight. Love you.